Yeah, good afternoon, guys, and manga be to our friends in the Philippines. Guys, just coming on here, Bosshog, the brain surgeon from the Bohovel, uploaded a video, a bit of limb trimming. Yeah, he was going around with his bolo today, um, trimming bushes and trees and what have you, and he was just pointing out that there was a few trees that were leaning. He says, I want to give these trees a year to lean the other way. He says, and if they don't lean the other way, they're coming down. Now, if he'd have intervened a year earlier and farmed the property the correct way, then maybe they wouldn't be leaning if these trees had had some support. But we all know Bosshog. He then went on to say that the coconut palms, I don't care for them much, he says. If they all died tomorrow, he says, it wouldn't make any difference to me. He says, and if I have my way, he says, I'm cutting them all down. They're a waste of time. So, I'm not quite sure whether you need permission to do that, but, you know, Brian, maybe you should go to the barangay and check it out. Also, very important statement this. He said, if a tree or a plant does not bear fruit on this property, it's not worth having. This is a farm, he said. Now, he did go on and say, if I want to look at a beautiful tree or a beautiful plant, I'll open a book and I'll look in a book. So, that bears a question, Brian. When you want to look at a beautiful farm, do you go looking in books of beautiful farms? Because when you step out your back door at the Bohovel and look at the eyesore that you have built, that you live on, this shithole, it ain't beautiful. It's not eye candy at all, is it? How can you come up with a statement like that? I'll open a book and look in a book if I want to see a beautiful tree. What kind of person says a thing like that? But it sums you up. You do not want to see anything on your property, you say, that is of no use, of no beauty. You'll open a book and have a look for beauty. Good Lord. What happened to the world? And then he moves on, guys, to, well, what I can only describe as absolute comedy. He's out the back again, one-handed, with the seed trays, and he's planted carrots and onions, and the heavy rain, he says, has hammered them and washed them out. Well, if you put them in some kind of shelter, or under some kind of shelter, that wouldn't have happened. But I'm not a farmer, I'm not a gardener. You're the alpha male, you know what you're doing. He said, so the soil here, he says, a big word. The right amendment, he said, for our soil. And he's showing you examples of when you squeeze the soil, how it sticks together, how it crumbles, and this, that, and the other. And then we go and see the site of Bosshog weighing a tray of soil, an original tray of soil that he planted seeds in that had failed. He's weighing them. That's a first. He then, one-handed again, empties half of it onto the ground and fills half of it up with rice hulls, compost. So he says. He then mixes it all together and weighs the tray again. Now, I do understand about compost, but what I'm not getting is, why would you wear the soil? I'm not getting that. Is this a first? I mean, you're coming out with some really weird stuff, Brian, lately, but is this a first? If anybody could educate me, please do. Now, after watching that video, Brian, what I have to say, really, and the conclusion I've come to, is the fact that you do not mind living in a shithole. In fact, you've now convinced me that when you see a dump, that is eye candy to you. When you see litter and trash doing all over that property, that's eye candy. You do not want to see anything of beauty. You want to look in books for things of beauty. So guys, that's the conclusion of this video. Bosshog, one-handed, with his bolo, going round trimming the trees and the bushes. Riveting content from the top 5% YouTuber. Till the next time, guys, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And, as we always say, keep your money in your pocket. Bye for now.